Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia. Wow, head trader at TradeView Markets. It is Friday, a little after 11 o'clock, 11:04 Eastern, January 7th. It was jobs number day. And you know what? Let's just go into TradeGATEHub. Let me just look at a couple of things here. Yeah, I sold correctly. Okay, I'll log in just like everybody else. I haven't looked at my quotes. I was doing research for TradeGATEHub. China, wake up. No, I don't know. I made a bad trade on this BILI, Lewis. I'll get to it in a second. Look at the market fall apart. Well, you know what? I didn't get stubborn. I took some losses. Hi, coach. All right. So this is where we sit. I want to get into a couple of things. I actually took notes on what I want to talk about. I don't know if this type of day, but I want to talk about what I posted about this gamma and this gamma situation. So let me get back to what I posted this morning. Watch, this was tactical sentiment going today. So so me being long and me being having more sufficient firepower than I'm long. So I am long, or was long. Oh, I am long. And this was the scenario setting up in today where, as I went before, where I'm going to speak about gamma exposure after, but the point being is the fear and greed indicator, it's getting bearish, is this. Right now as we speak, there's not a sea of red across my screen. It was all a matter of what they were going to do. I'm sure if what coach, I didn't listen to coach, but I will listen because A, I want to learn, and B, I want to get better at putting out the better product here. But as we say before, the rates are tantamount and they continue to dominate. And going into this sector here, we were hoping, the long side was which way would they go? All these are, I posted here that cyclical sectors are starting to show some heat. But listen, and let me take it from a contra trader, and I've been doing it, is that the biggest moves come from the end of the sentiment sex. That's why if I look at something to short, it's got to be above a 95 RSI. It used to be 80. And that's because this movement with the algos these days, and vice versa with buying. I'm not saying that's my bread and butter trade. It's not. But I'm talking about shorting something to an extreme and taking a little bit of money, a little money out of the markets. That's what I do. So this is where, my point being is, this is where the sentiment was. And you don't know if this is, if the cyclicals have been holding up the market. The NASDAQ has been bringing down the market. So what I want, I really didn't know what I wanted. Did I want the real down open where the gamma being all the way down here was due for a squeeze? And it already happened this morning. Every time when we were slightly we're oversold to a degree. By no means, I thought we would be more oversold, which is a red flag, but still we can go down here considering what's going on with the market and things that have been going on that haven't been going on back in November. That's because rates have been tantamount in stocks like AT&T, Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, General Motors were 20% lower, than 20% where they're lower than they were here. So we're down here, and I think everybody gets the point of what I'm trying to say is, but the reason why I really wasn't sure what I wanted is, I wanted a precipitous down open because maybe I would have played the rotation. And it kind of played out in the middle. They opened down a little bit, and then the futures rallied up a little bit. Now they're breaking low. So I'm afraid that they already took that little squeeze out of it, and the market drifts a little bit lower. Pardon. Okay, Coinbase upgrade, big deal. Yesterday's winners and losers, go to it at your own time. So now, every time you see that the gamma is low, this orange line, align it with the S&P. Every time it's very low, the S&P is in green right here. Okay, low, 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 the S&P goes. Low, the S&P goes. So we were here, and the S&P, the wrong sector, depending on what side you rotated on or were on, went up. Now, this is the bottom line, what I want to say about gamma, and it's almost like something that you have to get used to on your own. And the bottom line is, this is what gamma exposure is. Once any hint of any call sweepers or option coming in, dealers have to cover their short positions. And by that time, the put holders have the premium has gone on. So when people start selling their puts, their gains evaporate, and then that takes the equities up. But the bottom line is just like any chart. Some charts I don't even know what they do, but I can make sense of, correlating them. But that's what a gamma squeeze, and that's why I wanted to explain. All right, Nasdaq future sentiment. Where are we now on the Nasdaq? The Qs. We're breaking low, so we're right about here right now. So a couple of things we can discuss later. Markets tend to usually don't bottom on a Friday, and things are a little bit, as we said, I want to be redundant, different this time. So, play tactical. The VIX isn't even that elevated, which is why I'm taking some positions, not heavier positions. I got out of a couple, thank God. I'll get into it later because I would have been down more. I took a 10% loss of what my line was, as opposed to being down 50%. Well, 50%, meaning I would have taken a bigger hit. Trust me. I'll show you the trades in a minute. Fear and greed over time. Okay. Bank of America bull and bear indicator. That's more favorable. Once again, keep in mind the best ones, the biggest moves come from the at the end. Pardon me. Okay. So if they did rotate financials, they're positive today. Still, you don't try to pick that line. Miners are up today too. Semis are down, technology's down. Retail is getting downgraded with that Kohl's that I put Kohl's. So Kohl's is bringing down retail. ARC trades. Okay, here we go. Once again, she bought coin. She bought Hood. I sold a lot of Hood. Path. We got a question. Probably Lewis. Timas. Which one is? Good eye VIX. So far, I'm not. You know what? Hi, Lewis. I'm not impressed either, which means there's no fear. There have been a lot of reversals, but I don't know. I'm not really that fearful yet. I'm pissed, but I'm not fearful. I got capital and I'm being tactical, but I'm not fearful. You know what I mean? I'm never fearful. Fearful is not the word. Anxious may be it. That's my nature, though. That's what my mom says. I digress. Okay, Kathy's overnight summary. Kathy, she's buying Hood, buying Path, Nutella, and I like Nutella. And I'm going to write that down, why I like Nutella and why I'm holding it, as opposed to anything else. And I don't care what the symbol is. It's relative strength, very strong relative strength. Okay, she didn't sell any BLI. BLI I'll get to another time. I didn't add to it. I'm going to hold to it. I did my own due diligence. It's going to take a little while to turn around. It's going to be an eyesore. Sorry. Pardon. Pissed, not fearful. Yeah, I'm pissed. Fearful. 26 years, I'm not fearful. Numbers don't lie. I know what's going on. And the BLI thing happened maybe once every 2 years, and I got it away at the beginning of the year, so I got that out of the way. By the way, it's not over yet. Trust me. Okay, now this I wanted to note even more importantly in terms of a teaching thing. Sector impact of normalization of unconventional monetary policies. Bottom line is when 10-year yields go up, what do they go to? And this has been happening. What's been the strongest is as the yields have been moving. Banks, energy, and consumer goods. What's been the worst? Retail, as we know. Semis, of course. Telecom, Viacom's are making a good move, so we get the picture. That's playing to fruition. So that's something you should really pin and get to know. It's something that doesn't happen that often because the bonds haven't made such a decent move. But you know what? Money's money, and instead of trading low floaters, you get to know this. With good money flows, you can trade good size and thick stocks. Few coach biotechnology. It is what it is. Bitcoin, I took a stab this morning. I'll write that down to go to the chart in a second. Upgrades and downgrades, we do it every day. Daily velocity scan, the movers, inside days, Kramer, Bravo, Bloomberg. The president will be speaking at 10:45. It's 11:15. I missed it. Doesn't matter. Yesterday's movers go all with new pivots and new lows. Pre-market movers, market players are hoping for weak jobs this morning. I get it. You know what I mean? You just have to go to the price action. As I say, I'll leave that to the professionals. That's where they're analysts. That's why we have Dale and the coach. Kohl's has brought down the rest of the retailers. Bitcoin slumps to a low. Employment number gave it to you. TTD, the stock was the best of breed, and I traded yesterday. It's the first thing I'm going to write down. We've got to see how that holds. Let me go to the other room because I posted more here. Pardon. Okay. Bitcoin slumps. This is where I left off. So there is a surge in self-employment, but no really knows how many jobs are being created. Jobs numbers almost like Dan do. I mean, if you're self-employed, how do you know how many jobs there are? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. NASDAQ diverging in the 2 hour. But you know what, Coach? I understand that. And the play was to short the rally. But right now, I think we're about right here. And I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not going to try to be hero. Listen, I'll do what Tim Fury does. Buy green, buy what's green, but in that respective sector. And you know what? That works. That worked the majority of the time. It's relative strength. Let me get back to a couple of things here. Okay, so let's watch TTD. Let's watch Coles. And I said before with Kramer, let's watch the best of breeds and see how they do. Also, an eye on John Deere. That's self-explanatory. Eye on Coke. I did buy and sell some TNA. I'll go to the charts in a second. Just keep in mind that roughly 40% of the NASDAQ are down 50%. And for a person that holds losers, and it's atypical of me, it happens every once in a while, but I got to look at got to look at the bright side. You know what I mean? So let's go forward. What are they doing? Let's go to charts. Okay. My hood position. Where is it now? I have a small position, actually relatively small. Oh, thank God. Okay. This is what happened with me, hood. I came in long 26,000 shares, and I told you I was buying it. And I'll show you. The bottom line is this is the last 3 days on hood. As I said before, I did it for a reason. There was insider buying. There was option flow coming to this gamma squeeze. It was a cat. The rest of the stocks moved, by the way, it's only up 17 cents now. I feel like a hero. It's not over. I have 5,000 share left. So I made 16, 17,000 back, and I sold them near the high. But the bottom line is, I think my average cost, let's go to a 3-day chart. I think I started buying around 16.20. The stock yesterday hit a low of 14.85. That's a big move for me on a percentage type. I didn't have that much. I mean, I did have a lot, but I had margin calls going against me. I had the margin sentiment, and it was taking away from active trading. So let me tell you what I did and how I traded it. I wish the trades had where I put my trades in the last 3 days where I bought and sold. So here are my trades as triangles. My blue is enter, my red is sell. So let me go to today. So let me go to 2 days at least. So yesterday the stock is 14.80. So I'm stuck from 16, whatever, 20. That's big. So I'm moving it. Yesterday it went from a low of 14.74 to 16. All right, so I'm back in. It's $1.50 move on 20 plus thousand. So today I bought the dip again because you know why? GME went. Look at that sell off. Oh, look at that GameStop. They bagged it. GameStop was strong in the morning. AMC, which I bet is negative, it was up 2. It's up 11 cents. How about Space? Space, I almost chased. Space kept me in hood because Space is a Kathy stock, and they all went. So hood. So I'm saying to myself, look at it now. My God. Let's go to 2 days. So the low of the last 2 days was 14.80. So I go from 14.80 to 16.50. So what is that? That's almost like $2. And that's where I sold the majority. The reds are my sells between 16.18, and I actually topped it today for the majority at 16.50. Now the stock is basically 15.50, so I saved myself 20 some on credit. Oh, what else? TTD, best of breed. Let's go to that trade. Yesterday, I liked TTD because of a couple of things. Here was the 200-day. It is the best of breed. Google all day. It goes with Google, by the way. TTD. Oh, look at 31 now. It's breaking low. Oh, my Lord. Google yesterday, 2 days, was strong. As a matter of fact, to close at 2.754 is up $50, which isn't that big deal. But it showed relative strength. So when Google was up yesterday, right around 10 o'clock, as you see bottom here, I started going in TTD. And I was down on it first. I started buying it like 77. The low was 75. Keeping in mind the 200-day is 76. So it broke the 200-day. So I was a little nervous. Excuse me, pissed. So I was in it at like 76 and a half, and I sold it around 79. So of course, this morning it closed poorly at 77, much like good. I sold it near the high. So today, naturally, it closed at 76.84 and it opens at like 81. And I said, look at me, I didn't have it, but now I'm a hero. I might re-enter it again. It's got a hold. But let's see what Square is doing. Square has sold that this morning for a profit. It was up $1. And that showed me let me see the Square trade. That showed me a red flag. Well, that was in the other account. Square should have been up $6. And $6 is not a lot on a $150 stock. What else did I do? Okay, look, I'll give you another one I traded, Plug. And I felt like a putz. Plug was opened up 10 cents. PLUG. I left like $1 on the table. These are my trades on Plug. Because EMPH, which by the way, which got upgraded, is in a best of breed. Kramer said he liked the EMPH this morning. That stock barely opened up and is breaking down. So I'm saying, why am I going to hold? So look at it, still going lower. Oof. So I said, Plug, let me sell this thing. You know what? I'm getting out. I'll take a 10-cent loss, whatever I lost. I had 5,000 shares and I sold it all here. As you know, these were my buys at whatever, 25.20. I sold it at 25.32. And I looked up and it's 26.15. So I'm like, I left 70 cents on 5,000 shares. I took all the pain and made no money. But now it's down. So you know what? Sometimes you can't let your ego get in the way. What else did I want to talk about? The stock that I'm down in, this stock I bought, VET, and it's an oil stock. And I was looking for it to, Lewis, I'll be with you, kid. So VET was an oil stock that I'm looking to buy again once it goes to this 19 breakout. I was looking to be a little bit early in it. I got cute. Once it breaks 19, I'm not selling it. What, 3,000 shares and then 10 cents, whatever it is. That's almost my hedge, if you will. What else did I trade? I'm long S. I'm down. Oh, Billy. Okay, I came in long Billy. Now I came in the wrong one. The wrong one. PDD was the one to come in long. It's still the run. Look at the volume. Most volume PD. This is off the bottom, granted, but every time it has the volume, that's the most volume PDD has done since December 3rd. And the last time it had that similar move with that volume, it followed through 55 to 51. So I didn't take PDD. It actually closed good yesterday. Closed near the high. And I left freaking $4. Oh, sorry. I left $4 on the table. Wrong one. But I came in long Billy. And it got downgraded. Let me show you. Hold on. Billy got downgraded from equal weight, from overweight to equal weight. So equal weight, when a stock is dropping like this and it gets downgraded to equal weight, that doesn't bother me. But you know what? I bought and I split it. This was even more. I sold Billy. I sold a bunch of it too, the 38. It went to 39.5, which was my original price, but it did go back down there and do the print at 38, which is the spot I should have sold it at least. Now it's looking good. But what else is doing? What is Baba doing? Charlie Munger's in it. That had to rip in the dip. It's still looking nice, but it had it has a moving day. It has moving average resistance. A stock that I'm in right now and I'm hurting. Let's look at AMD, by the way. I told you to stay away from Nevada. Didn't I, Lewis? Where's Lewis's question in the video? Hold on a second. Let's go to TGH for a sec. I'm not going to be long on here. NVIDIA. Where's Lewis with NVIDIA? Come on, kid. I know Lewis, he's going to ask about BLI instead of the winner. Regardless, let me get back to what's going on. To NVIDIA, let's get to the chart. Now I could, that was the line I drew yesterday, and now it's breaking 2-day low, 3-day low. You know what? It's kind of, the story might be, well, there's the gap. You know what? It's going to take a lot of time to repair. Like I said, it's not going to make that V-shaped move. Let's look at net. Oh, what price? That's a good question, Lewis. Lewis wants to know at what price do you start buying good? My problem was that I knew I was going to be wrong before I was right, because that's a difficult trade to have. But I would probably say in the low 15s, or I would start the nibble here. But especially it's a Friday and it's an option stock, it's probably going to be around the 15 strike price. And like I said, it's a position, it's a stock where I would build a position, and I'm not necessarily endorsing all these buying on year lows, but I showed us the video yesterday. There is a lot of insider buying, and by the way, there's all the cliche that insiders are usually early. So if professionals don't get the bottom, then the insiders are certainly not going to get the bottom. So it might be a story in the making. So I would be patient with it. But what price? I'm long it now. I'm on what, 5,000 shares from 1610. It's 1575. It's doing the good part is it's doing a lot of volume. So I think it's starting to capitulate. Margin calls is helping. There are better trades, but that's what I would do in Hood. I did sell the majority of it, as I said, and it turned out to be a good trade. I sold like 20,000 shares at 1640, a lot of it. And now it's whatever, it went to 1560. It's a big move. So that's where I would do it. So where else are we going to look? Another stock let's look at our option flow for the day. Hold on a second. That's a good question, Lewis. I'll give you that, Lewis. Your questions are getting very impressive, and you're in the right areas, and I'm proud of you. All right, ASR making new highs on higher lows. Not interested. Adam Mancini. This guy is, besides the coach, and I'm not placating him, is the best futures trader out there. Follow Adam Mancini. Testing 466 support right now this morning. Now, basically last shot here for the bulls to put in some kind of low. So 4665. Let's go to the chart and go to 4665 on the minis. Coach, I hope you agree. I'm not getting the chart of the minis. Let's do it. Give me a second. Chart of the minis. 4665. Yeah, this is 2 days. Hold on. So it's 4553. This is 4661. So let's go to the weekly. So this is it. That's it right here. Let's go to the 2 week. This is it. Let's look at the VIX. But it's, you know what? It has so much overhead now. I know there's cash on the sidelines. I get it. So much overhead now. This TNA, and why are we not getting a chart on this? Look at this. If this was a chart, if this was inverted, I'd buy it. Wouldn't I? Over through the gap, coach. Invert this thing with volume rolling over. All right, what else? What else did I do? Billy Port trade. NLOC I liked. What is this doing? NLOK. I agree with Henry Mancini, great composer. NLOK, I should have had this one this morning. NLOC looks okay. This cybersecurity, which I bought, why I bought S. And now we got a problem. I bought S today. Ooh, nice rally back on S. 42.75 to 44. So I've been buying S. The market's ripping back. All right. What's not going back? Oh, path. Path. Come on. Give me a break. Well, that's good. We'll take a partially fill. We'll take another partially fill. I'm selling some S there. And you want to know why I bought S? This is the reason why. Coach, give me a winner, kid. This is why I bought S. I'm getting what? Hold on. I always go to the option flow. They're smarter than everybody put together. What's going now with option? Top bets off the open. Viacom. Okay, C, another band of sweeping. Bank of America, they're buying banks here. Bank of America bullish. Bank of America bullish. Citicorp. KRE. You get the picture. Apple bearish, so they're rotating properly. I'm going to tell you why I bought S, and I have to go back to the open. Oh, I know, it's on immediate. Bear with me, please. And I follow this, one of my private feeds for a reason. And you have to follow your trader's vernacular. Come on, bear with me. The bottom line, he says, huge looking sweepers. Yeah, right here. Top S off the open. A big sweeper in S. A sweeper in S. A sweeper in S. So this in Viacom, a TradeView holding, and Wells Fargo, a TradeView holding. So when I go with sweepers with S, I was a little early. So it looks good now. How much do I have? 1,400 left. Let's go to Hood, Lewis. Now you have to see, okay, so when I see S going, I look at the rest of the group. How's CrowdStrike doing? CRWD should have rallied. And if it didn't, there's an issue. All right, it's not really going. How's Zscale doing? Not really going. Thank God I picked S and I went with the smart money. Is Hood rallying? No, it's breaking near. Is STNE rallying? Here's STNE. I sold this morning and thought I was a putz, for lack of a better term. And I sold a lot of it, made money in it. It's like 1620. It went to 1670, but it was more for that type of trade. What else am I doing? Let's look at the oils, VET, another position I'm in. See that block on VET? I own it from here, but it would have been buying more at the dip. If VET breaks 14 in oil stock, it's going to go and I'm going to add to it. Let's go to the weekly on VET. Stock's got a way to go right here. I like it. VET, I'm buying more through 14. So let's go with what's been moving before I leave you, because this is what's most important here at 11:30 Eastern and with an option day. And the bottom line is this day today, if nothing has over 50%, I'm not interested in it and taking a big position in it. Like I say, you don't want to be the first in and the first out, or the last out especially. So what's moving right now as of 11:30. And by the way, as I say every day, this top list, let's look what's top now. Okay, I guarantee on TradeGATEHub, Alcoa and Delta and NCLH are going on there. That's because we tailor our stock screen to eventually be where everybody goes to. And believe me, I want to be on this all myself. I don't want to have it go to 9 different sites. Let's go to stocks. There's Alcoa. Let's go to top stocks, top US gainers. Percentage-wise. PDD, we were in it. Viacom, PDD. Let's look at New York stocks. Just want to make a point. New York stocks. DAO, VIPs. Should be on there. Space, we mentioned it. There's Alcoa. So NCLH. So see that NCLH and Alcoa? My point being is that, like I said, I don't want to go through all these different sites either. But there is, pardon. Let me share. Hold on. Here's Alcoa. And here's NCLH. So I'll use this for all intent and purposes today for this my personal query. So let's go with range and volume. What's near the high? What has the most range for the day? Pardon. So GME right there, it's breaking low. Is at 300% volume, and they faded it on the open. And let me go to the chart. And by the way, that's why I sold the majority of the hood as well. And here's the chart on GME. So that was a fade. So that one from 162 to 140. So naturally, when I saw GME fading, AMC did the same thing. And I'm sure Bed Bath & Beyond did. Yeah, 1550 to 1350. Wow, I might be in that again. Bed Bath & Beyond. Wow, what a round tripper. Bed Bath & Beyond. Anyway, so they're moving together, which is the good part for trading. So let me get back to what's going on, and I'll leave it here. So relative volume, this is the range. So on the low with range, on the high with range, PDD, we fumbled. So all financials, Discover Financial, credit. Cough, Capital One, credit. NVAX, not bullish. They're going to, that's not a bullish sign. Lucid, I pumped, oh my God, did I trade that poorly? RCL, so that Billy, so a couple of Chinese stocks. So the relative volume, I'm only interested in what's going on with volume. AEG, no interest. EAR, no interest. GameStop, it's tradable. For the active trader, AL, dogs. Somebody gave that to me yesterday. I'm not going to say anything. Big volume today. GME. What's near the high? PDD, FUTU, Viacom. So not a lot near the high and not a lot of endorsements. Fastly, that was a fade. But there's a lot near the low. DWAC, GME, Toll. So coach will tell you this. They're selling these inflation stocks. Toll Brothers, Steel, the home builders. XHB is the home builders. EMPH, thank God we got out of that. Pardon me, SM reverse. So they're reversing home builders. So let's go to oils. And I'll leave with that. Let's go to the best of breed Chevron first of all when we look at an oil. So that's near the high of the day. So that tells me SM is just profit taking. That tells me that clear after a run of $9, it's down 32 cents, big deal. Let's look at that again. Hope it didn't go through 19 without us. Oh, 14 without us, I apologize. It's in there, they want it. And let's look at the rest that we sold most of. All right, so it's consolidating, doing volume. S might be still long. All right, so I'll leave it at that. Any questions before I go? Remember, it's a Friday. Don't let your trades turn into positions. Cheers, everyone. Market those down today. Do you try Amazon? Sorry, Lewis. I always get to your questions because it's another intelligent one. Let me go to Amazon. And the answer is no. There's the chart. Why would I? I get it. I get it. But right now, well, you know what? Right now, Amazon is more of a gauge of the market than something that's investable. And right now, I don't think Amazon investable. Do you want to take a stab there? Yeah. But I do see more downside than upside. And let's look at the other ones. Let's look at Goop. Goop's better breed. Let's look at Wayfair. Let's go in the same category. Wayfair, if you will. Look at Wayfair. And I'm in another one. Which document? Overstock. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Tony P got a market call. Hold on a second, if you will. Sorry about that. Probably was yelling at me to sold S. What is S? Probably right, too. Oh, look at that. All right, so I'll let everybody go. Maybe the dog has to go to the bathroom. I don't want to be rude, but I'll leave it. Bezos is selling. He is, this was the problem with it. This is the problem with everybody. This is why I'm not Bezos New Year's Eve. Let's just did a down print down to like $1.50. This is why I don't like it. Share. This is the problem right here. This is when you get ahead of yourself. And that's him New Year's Eve. I get it. You know what I mean? I've been there. But when he's selling stock and the stock is breaking the 200 moving average, that's not really a great endorsement. And I'm not really being facetious. Somebody says that the more time or the better looking the girls are in the entertainment industry, that the more bearish the market is, because you have to go back to work. And believe me, it's truth to a degree, but I'll leave you with that. Tony Pistachio, he's there. He knows what he's doing. So everybody have a good weekend. I'll be back after lunch. There's not much doing now. So I'll get back after. Trade well, have a plan. Thanks for tuning in, and cheers.